Hello and welcome to another episode of Tales Across Time and Space, where we've been baby dragon free since 1950.
Whoa, too soon.
Too soon? It's over 50 years!
Way too soon.
Yeah, do you know how long dragons live for?
You hurt me. You killed my child.
You had no child!
You killed her dreams of having a child.
She had one until you killed it brutally
Regardless,
without even any paintbrush, no less.
We've been talking about what might be coming into stale, and all Lilith wants is a baby dragon.
sorry, all she got is her two front teeth. Speaking of killing dragons, you guys killed a dragon.
I have vanquished the monster.
Whoa. We vanquished monster.
So what do you
Moon
got?
walks over to the body and says, "Dibs on the hide."
Go ahead.
Hey Lilith,
Mm-hmm.
you are starting to feel a little woozy. In fact, you pass out.
Okay.
So right now you have an unconscious Volpony on your hands.
Moon to freak.
What?
Idiot.
I'm waiting for Moon to freak.
Well,
Love
okay,
you,
wait,
pass out.
okay, time out. Okay, the dragon's over here.
Mhm.
So if I'm there,
The love of your life just
Well,
passed
I'm
out.
right next to her. Can I do a medicine check?
Sure, if you want to try.
yeah, unless someone actually says something, I can't see her, so Moon is starting to skin the dragon.
So yeah, by all accounts, it seems like she's just sleeping, but any attempt to rouse her seems to have to no avail.
I like to imagine I'm just like pawing on her, like, hey,
Listen,
listen.
Hey, listen. Hey.
I'm not doing the Navi thing. I'm just gonna like gentle cat pawing, kind of like poking her, but not hard. Just like, hey, are you okay?
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. You are the Navi thing.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No.
and then Volt was the Navi, and Volt connected her hair to the World Wide Web.
I don't like webs. They're so...
So yeah,
Church.
so yeah, she appears to be sleeping but not rousing. What do you do?
Was that voice in my head, or the out of character voice canon now, or
What out of character voice?
the one you gave like in the chat last time?
That is has not happened.
Okay, so I have no idea what's going on.
Yep.
I do not either.
Yeah, so as far as you can tell, at least medically speaking, she's just sleeping.
That's
not
weird.
waking
She must
up?
be tired out from that battle. It was a little bit difficult.
Okay, your wisdom is higher than that. Come on.
I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Medically speaking, fine. I'll also do a freaking Arcana check if you're gonna make me waste all this. I have a 19 on medicine. All right, just an 8 on Arcana.
You don't seem to notice anything magical.
She's just tired. That's really strange. Did she get a good night's sleep last night, or?
Everyone turns and looks at Moon.
Pause. Hey. This is probably not the best place to sleep. Well, actually, it might. This actually wouldn't be a terrible place to sleep.
Okay, I'm gonna do the proper check because I know this. 14.
Really? I don't know how a religion check would work, but okay, sure, I'll do a religious check as well.
If you don't know why you're making a religion check, then why are you making a religion check?
Because the character knows more than the player?
Yeah, the character knows more than the player, in this case.
But yes, well, looking over her, you see on her flank where a non-Vol pony would have their mark of destiny. You see at least the very faint indications of to you particularly, a very familiar shape.
Oh, it's that thing.
Yes. Once it should have been noticed right when she was asleep, and oh, my goddess is a goddess of the night, and
Yes. So, what do you do? Is anyone going to let Moon know what's going on?
Oh no. I'm totally being like, Razzle, what's your goddess's symbol doing on Lilith? And she passed out. That doesn't seem good.
I don't know what it's doing there.
That is the purpose of what Moon is trying to do, by the way.
Okay.
You're the religiousy one.
What? Okay, I think you need to roll for damage against the English language.
Religiously, one.
Oh.
What would you need to roll for that? 2?
Anyways.
D2?
So you're in a town filled with cultists, zomblers, twig
And we just
things,
beat the shit out of a dragon.
and a druid.
Damn it, Moon, why are you being so caring while she's passed out?
What?
Trying to make me some damn dragon armor and I'm passed out.
No one's told me and I can't see you.
Honestly, I'm more concerned with talking with Razzle for a moment.
He spent his last spell to heal you, figured, okay, that's good enough, and started working on the dragon. What more do you want?
Yes! Tell the boyfriend!
I would assume that he would hear us. We're not being quiet, I don't think.
He's also focused on a task.
Alright, here, roll a
Like
perception
skinning
check.
dragon is not the easiest thing to do.
Roll
I'll go back and be
perception!
like, no! Lilith! My
This is
mom!
why I'm questioning Razzle about what he would guess about this, but he doesn't know. I don't know why I asked him. He's clueless.
That's kind of his thing. He's clueless
Yeah.
except for when he's not.
Look, I got 0 wisdom and -1 intelligence.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm asking you. Can I pick up Lilith and kind of put her on my back and carry her?
Yeah, you guys have all the carry capacity. You can do that, no problem.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm actually the workhorse
Put her
here.
on my back and well, I don't know what's up with it. Maybe we'll go ask that druid. We can also tell him about how we beat the crap out of the dragon. How much longer will the skinning take, by the way?
You turn and you see Lilith unconscious on the back of Volt.
You have 5 seconds to tell me what you did to her.
I don't know. She just passed out. I have tried to figure out everything. All we can figure out is, for some reason, the nightmare symbols on her. And Razzle, well, he has no idea because he's Razzle. No offense, hon.
None taken.
You know what? We're actually gonna move off.
You have 10 seconds to tell me what the heck your necklace did to her.
All right. We're actually gonna move off the map because we're pretty much done with the area. So I'm just gonna move over to the.
Yeah, feel free to move us back to where we're probably going to go back to the druid to talk with him and show that we accomplished this quest.
Yeah, where you guys are exactly isn't super important at the moment.
Look, my best guess is that he's having a dream.
Well, you did say you were having some weird nightmares those first few nights involving her.
Her as
Yeah,
in the nightmare, or her as in Lilith? Because honestly, both are reasonable expectations.
No, I'm talking to Razzle when Razzle fell asleep.
Yes, but
Above
you.
board, yes, but you just said her when we've been talking about Lilith. So while
True, but
above
isn't the
board,
nightmare
we
also
know you're
her?
talking about the nightmare.
So yeah.
look, the goddess talks to people in their dreams, so maybe she's just having a conversation with Lilith.
Yeah, honestly, other than, just passing out all of a sudden, she seems medically fine. As does she seem arcanically fine. So I think let's give her a minute. Let's go back to the druid. She isn't up for in a few hours. We'll check on her after a good night's rest. You just worry about skinning that dragon. I'll take care of her, okay? Let me use my clerical skills to make sure she's well.
Just don't let him get too close.
I do that. I pick up my cat paw and do that eye to eye thing where you hold 2 fingers over your eye and do the back and forth thing.
Yeah, watching you.
Watching you.
Yeah, no, as far as Moon knows, this is 100% Razzle's fault.
Oh yeah, I would agree. This does seem really weird. And Razzle's too much of an idiot to realize it is his fault, if it is his fault.
Yeah,
So yeah, so
I love our character's dynamic.
yep.
Oh, actually, it'd probably be a really good idea to ask the druid to help with the skinning.
So you guys headed to the druid?
Yeah.
sure. Save me some teeth.
You want? By the way, how far away was the dragon den compared to the druid?
It wasn't really far. It was like
Yeah, no.
All right, then I'm just gonna carry Lilith and go well, you two start. I'll take her back. You'll be able to hear me if we get in any sort of problems.
Yeah. All right, so you knock. You escape with cat-like tread, as in you are louder than most things around you, but seems to be nothing left to harass you, or at least nothing that wants to harass you after you took down the dragon.
Damn it! I got that song stuck in my head. With cat-like tread, do 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 do.
I'm thinking of the Pinafor one specifically, but yes. So yeah, so you arrive at the door of the druid's abode.
I'm gonna knock on it.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey, it's us. We did what you wanted. Actually, some of the guys are back working on starting to skin that thing, and thought you might want to join us to prove that we finished the deed.
You did what?
Yeah, that green dragon's gone dead.
Wait, you killed it?
Yeah, that's what you hired us to do, right?
I hired you to scare it off.
Well, unfortunately, it wasn't able to escape. It almost killed us. In fact, it really did a number on one of my companions here.
Honestly, I'm surprised you did it. I only hired you to... Sorry, accent is wrong. Alright. No. He is not Scot-Irish. Ugh. Alright.
Yeah, can I pick up my darts from?
Yeah,
battle?
no, that's fine.
Cool. I think I threw like 3 of them.
Now, I honestly told you to scare it off because I didn't think you'd actually survive any other way.
Well, unfortunately, it was being pretty aggressive, and in the end, we had to put it down before it put us down.
And I'm awesome.
I just like to think that you're at the scene from the. He opened the door, obviously, at this point, and you just, as he opens the door, you just hear Razzle say that, and I'm awesome, but shouts it from the tower loud enough that the entire city hears.
Strategy.
Hey,
Since when did he multi-class cleric?
I'm gonna point out he has an artifact holy symbol on him.
Yeah, so that holy symbol is now on Lilith's butt, so. Transmeter.
You
Oh, God damn it.
do not.
Weird places.
Okay, I am putting a stop to this right now. You do not have an intercom connected to Lilith's butt. There's too much abuse there. I'm sorry, you are not getting that.
Okay.
Excuse me, an intercom to what? Where now?
He cannot. You do not get the ability to speak from any of the Nightmare's holy symbols. That includes the one that's currently on Lilith's butt or flank.
All right.
If anyone is trying to speak from her butt, I'm gonna turn you into a pincushion.
That is non-canon dialogue. Just FYI.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure?
I'm sure.
So, yes. So the druids opened the door officially,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, feel free to follow us. Then we can prove it.
I believe you. A dragon's not a quiet thing. But why is your friend on your? Why is your friend? Why is your friend on your back?
She kind of passed out. For some reason, after the fight ended, she just kind of passed out. Medically, she seems fine, but she's just sleeping all of a sudden.
Are you sure it wasn't poison?
Trust me, I know poisons pretty well. It was a poison dragon, but we all handled it pretty well.
If she's feeling ill, you might want to leave her in here. Best
Yeah.
not go traipsing around.
All right. Well, honestly, I'd rather keep an eye on her just to make sure she's okay. I'm decently skilled in medicine myself, so.
Fair enough. But like I say, I don't need to see proof that you did it. I imagine at the very least you scared them off. Note with that, Ruckus.
Razzle's gonna take a drink and just quickly do this.
Really? You're testing out your new skill?
Yeah, so I just wanted an in-character reason why he could do that.
Moon, he just breathed a cone of fire into the air. What do you do?
I'm still off skinning a dragon.
Okay.
Oh, come on, that was awesome. You weren't watching.
I wasn't watching what? I'm trying to skin a dragon here.
I just breathed fire. You missed it.
Good for you. I'm sure I'll see it some other time.
You probably mutter under your breath. Your breath is 15 proof anyways.
You mean he didn't have fire breath before?
Well, he never thought of holding up a flame. So yes. Anyways, back to the druid. Now, I think what should be the priority is looking at your friend here.
Of course. If you want to offer any insight here as well. Pretty sure I know a little bit of what's going on, but
Well,
I won't say it's my direct expertise.
Well, why don't you tell me what you think is going on, and we can work from there.
Well, I'm going to point out the new little stamp on her tushy.
It kind of looks closely. It's hard to make out unless you're directly looking for it.
Yeah, you see the symbol right there? I don't know how much of the gods you know. but
There are a
that,
lot
I
of
believe,
gods
was
out
the
there.
symbol of the nightmare. And while the fight got rather close, Lilith took some pretty big hits, and luckily she's alive still. She just, after the fighting ended, she kind of passed out. So, for all we know, she's gonna chat with.
He kind of gives her a once over, kind of pulls down the eyelid and looking over her. And you see him just kind of waving a hand over her for a moment, and kind of then after a bit of concentrating while doing that, recoiling a bit before kind of dusting him off the floor. I was like, "Yep, that's divine."
So, in your opinion, I believe she'll be up in a bit, but what do you think we should do if she doesn't wake up soon?
What'd you say this symbol came from?
The nightmare.
Do you happen to know any clerics of the nightmare?
Not a cleric, but we do have a follower in our party. Although you've met him, he's not the brightest bulb.
Is he the one with the bow?
No, the other one.
and that moon takes 3 fire damage from that burn.
No, because A, he wasn't there to hear it, and B, when would the druid have seen him with the bow? He had stayed out of sight the whole time because the spider was nearby.
No. Yeah, if you remember, actually, I believe it was only me and Razzle were the only one who went in his place in the first place.
Yeah.
He's a druid. How do you know he didn't leave the place?
Yes, but why would he automatically jump to the conclusion of me when he's met Razzle?
Yeah.
Because he's also
Honestly, yeah, Razzle is our lovable idiot character. Well, we established this.
Regardless. Excluding jokes for the sake of humor. Well, if he has any way of contacting his god, I might recommend doing that.
All right, thank you for your advice.
And
So, also receiving our question award here.
So yes, what did say? You wanted some information about that necromancer, right?
Yes, and his whole dispute with the orc, and which one, in your opinion, do you feel is telling the truth? And
Well, when he passed through these parts, that fella was at least that fella and his pony companion didn't seem to be causing much trouble. They had a cadre of undead, but that was about it. He didn't seem to be hunting down people, kidnapping them, trying to build the army. Didn't hear one of them say, "Of course," so I don't think they were trying to take over the world. As for the orcs, they've been here longer than the necromancers, and I figure it's only a matter of time before they strike out on some of the civilized settlements out here.
do you think that if something was to happen to the necromancer via the orcs, that would help state their bloodlust enough to maybe leave the rest of the place alone? Or do you think they'd be a real threat if, left unattended?
It would take something pretty notable to draw the orcs towards the necromancer, just because they're superstitious a lot of it, particularly about the undead. They'd probably go for a settlement more likely, just because it's more profitable to them and less of a curse upon the place.
Who do you think's more likely to be a threat to all other people?
Well, can't say that guy particularly for his profession, so I can't be sure. But those orcs will probably be a problem at some point.
Thank you for your wisdom. Well, my companions and I will certainly come back if we have any more questions. I should probably go check on them and see if maybe our one party member can figure out how to wake Lilith up here. Thank you very much.
Volt, I want you to roll a wisdom check for me.
Oh, okay.
True love's first kiss. Just saying.
No, that would be so girl on girl kissing, and neither of the two boy characters are around. God, what craziness would that be?
No, she's hinting that Moon needs to kiss her to wake her up.
Anyways, you realize that the druid mentioned a pony companion to the necromancer, but you've seen neither pony corpse nor alive nor dead among or undead among the entire necromancer's.
Wait, you said he had a companion, right?
Yeah.
Well, when me and my companions passed him not too long ago, he seemed to just be surrounded by undead. No ponies among them.
That is odd.
Do you know anything? Do you know any identifying things about this pony that maybe we could try and locate them? Or if we found them, we would recognize them.
Well, I can tell you the pony was the necromancer himself. Different way of expression. More of a stylized bone markings on himself. Seemed to be the one actually giving the orders to the corpses. At the time, at least.
So it might have actually been his minions, and the necromancer might have just took them over.
Could be. Not too sure.
Good to know. Thank you very much. Well, if we have any other questions, we'll probably be back in a bit if we have any more questions. But I should probably go check on my companions.
And if you need a place to sleep, my abode is open.
Thank you. That would probably be greatly appreciated.
Floor isn't the most comfortable, but safer than most places around here.
Of course. One last other question. Do you know anything about some of the other people in this village who are left?
Don't do much about the people. There isn't really people alive.
Well, we found a boarded up house, which it sounded like there were some survivors in there. But they were very suspicious, and we didn't catch any view of them.
I mentioned the cultists, didn't I?
Oh.
Of course, with the dragon dead, they're likely to just move on their own.
See. Well, thank you very much. Well, we'll be back probably then, if you wouldn't mind sharing us, and I'm sure my companions might have some questions as well. Thank you. I give like a little bow of respect, and I'm going to go back to my allies.
He gives you a polite nod in return.
And I'm still carrying Lil gently on my back.
Okay. All right. Hey, Moon, give me a survival check here for your skinning.
Okay.
I would say that Razzle's probably helping if you want the.
Are you proficient in survival?
Yeah, I am.
All right, then make this roll with advantage.
Thank you. I was thinking I was going to have to use my inspiration. Yeah. Okay.
All right, you're making progress. You have enough. You've gotten enough workable hide here for a dragon scale codpiece.
A what?
A dragon scale codpiece.
What's a codpiece?
Like
It's a. I will just get an image for you. That way you can see a codpiece, because.
Because I need enough to make a set of studded leather equivalent armor for.
You're about a third of the way there.
Okay. That's not too bad.
Yeah, basically there's enough material for this dragon to make 4 attempts.
Okay.
There's a codpiece for you.
Okay.
Anyways.
So
you see a Volt come over the hill.
Okay.
Hey, I'm back.
There's still an unconscious Lilith on his back. Her back, I mean.
Mm-hmm. I assume so. Do we need to have a roleplay moment of why Lilith is passed out and her little dreams before officially Razzle tries to wake her up?
Nope.
Oh yeah.
This is just a pure pass out.
Yep.
All right, then.
So what did the druid say? What's wrong with her?
Yeah, he thinks similar to me that it's definitely probably the mark of the nightmare, and anyone who's close to the nightmare probably has the best chance of waking her up. I'm going to bring Lilith over to Razzle and be like, okay, see if you can talk with your new deity about this.
All right, I will try, and I'm just gonna go over to the corner and go to sleep.
Oh, it does make sense. And now we play the waiting game.
So, all right. Sorry, I have some narration. Again, you find yourself on that familiar hilltop under a full moon, where
Oh my!
Really?
No.
You know, the one you've seen a couple times before, where there's the foggy woods and you're on a hilltop under the full moon.
Yeah.
So for this time, you see floating above you in kind of a dark, like a tarnished silvery light bubble. You see the floating form of Lilith. And much like before, with a little less theatrics, this time her form silhouetted by the moon as she descends from it, approaches the nightmare. You've done well, my chosen pawn.
Thank you. Is there a reason why you have my companion?
Well, she was living on borrowed time there. Even the gifts I had offered you would not have spared her from that fate there, but I saw that she was useful to you, and you were been doing so well. I figured it would be polite to give you a little gift, prolonging her life enough that she may serve you through the end of your encounter with that beast. Sadly, it was not one to be subjugated, but that is fine. Not everything can be tamed.
Yes, if I could have tamed it, I would have loved to, but...
Oh, I understand that. The will is there. That is why I'm not displeased with you right now.
Yeah, sadly this bastard killed Sasha.
Wait, what? Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Oh, I said, sadly the bastard killed Sasha.
Yes, already learning my gifts. You are a quick student, and hopefully a loyal one. I'm gonna actually have you roll an insight check now.
All right.
That's good enough. She's not really hiding it. There is more venom in that word than just an abstract sense of betrayal there.
Mm-hmm.
But I imagine you've come to me more than just to... Sorry, rewind that. I imagine you've come here for more than just to ask about what my gifts unknown were.
Yes. My cohort here is...
Ah, yes, your
Not
consort.
If I had water, I'd spit take, but...
You breathe fire in the dream.
No, I'm not attracted to her that way. I don't do fox girls.
Well, at least she's not one of the humanoids, as it is.
That is.
Whoa!
What? What'd you say there, Volt?
I think that was a wow.
It sounded like a sneeze.
Anyway,
Yes, I'm not skinny.
well, she does live on borrowed time. But she has been useful to you before, so I imagine she can be useful to you again. But there will be debts, and they will have to be paid.
Paid by her or by me?
It will be whoever is best suited to it. You follow my orders, and she will follow yours. Either way, the debts are the same. If they're your debts, they are her debts. It is simple.
I see. Thank you for that information, my lady.
So, will you accept the debts then?
I will.
Very well. She walks over towards the little dark silver bubble and just taps it with her horn, and it doesn't pop. It implodes and is gone from the dreamscape. She will awaken.
Many thanks.
Now, I will tell you the first condition of my debt. When you will find this wellspring of power here in these mines. However, it will have long been sent to slumber. There will be a city that you will find. I am still held in I am still held in reverence there. You will find more answers to bring this thing to power. And at that time, once you have found them and found the answers, you will know exactly what I want you to do. Understood?
I will when the time comes.
You are wise in your foolishness. And then you just see her turn to a nightmarish face and fright, and you bolt awake.
Whoa, you okay?
Yeah.
So, I assume you know what's going on with Lilith? Is she
All right.
gonna be okay?
So, I'm gonna rewind here a bit on your guys' angle. At the same time, the bubble imploded. You saw the brand on her flank light up and become pretty clear, like akin to a mark of destiny.
Oh, that is not a good. Well, is it? I don't know. Moon. I think Lilith has found her god. Not by choice, mind you.
Yeah, Moon's just a little bit absolutely livid.
We
can find our cute Sierra now.
Do you two try to wake? This is before Razzle has woken up. This is a little flashback.
Like, I assume Moon and being annoyed is like just. Razzle's still passed out because you're talking with the nightmare, but like you're trying to shake him away to get his attention. That's what I imagine Moon would do in this situation.
There's a couple of paw punches across the face. What did you do to my wafu?
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 Why does my jaw suddenly hurt?
Waifu is the term.
Whatever.
Tofu.
So yeah, so did you try to wake Lilith before beating Anna? After the brand light thing happened?
Well, I assume Moon, just in being livid, is the one who just starts hitting him. I'm checking on Lilith.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
wakes
that's
up
about
and
accurate.
she wakes up pretty easily.
Whoa, Moon. It's okay. I'm gonna see if Lilith will wake up.
Yeah, she wakes up.
See? She's okay. Right?
No, she's
You're okay,
not.
Lilith. Yeah, I assume like Moon's just getting like small hoof smacks across the face.
For your reference here, Lilith, the only thing you noticed was just dreams of an endless plain shrouded in fog.
Okay.
So you got light.
So yeah, Razzle has woken up, Lilith has woken up, Moon has beaten the crap out of Razzle while he was sleeping.
Oh, Moon. I know you're attracted to me, but don't get so close while I'm sleeping. Why do I taste
Lilith, are you okay?
I think I'm okay.
Do you know anything that happened? Do you know why you passed out?
No clue.
Well, we do got one idea. And I'm gonna like point to her new little mark on her tush.
Yes, you see the
Where the hell did that come from?
You got drunk and you got a
I'm not
tattoo.
sure if you could blame or thank Razzle over there.
What did you do?
One Lilith beating later.
Well, for one thing, I kind of saved you.
I'm assuming it's letting them just beat up on him a little bit. That I'm making sure it's like not lethally painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're both just like, what did you do?
Yeah, after the beating, well, one thing, I kind of helped save you. And now I am
Live. Just
my
this once, you may live.
yeah. Apparently, that dragon nearly killed you. Even the amulet was too weak to save you. But because you were my cohort, having quotation marks. Like, I'm not going to use the word she used.
Okay, I roll insight to figure out what word.
Go ahead.
Really? I don't think you have any. I assume the check for that would be really high because
I don't know.
honestly,
I think with the net one, I jumped to the worst possible conclusion, which means I would be right.
I don't know. Like, that's what you wanted, so I think you would come to the best conclusion. Like, and I get to live.
Except
yeah, I think on that one roll there, would we be just you taking him at face value and going, okay, you saved your life. I'm sorry for beating you up.
No, because he's a servant of the nightmare, and I serve the moon princess. Okay, their dislike of each other is exceptionally well documented.
I know, but I like to think on a nat one there and him telling you how he saved your life, you would at least stop beating him up.
The beating shall continue until morale
Lilith was awake
improves.
to do it for him.
Anyway, there's a debt to be paid for her divine help, but I will take care of it.
You better.
Wow, that's an odd way to say thank you.
If I die because of this, I am going to kill you.
I think that's
The only reason you're alive is because of this.
Yeah, come on, give him a little credit. Now that we know you're okay. So, then tell us at least, Razzle, what's going on? Did you talk to her?
Yeah, Okay, there's apparently a city under these mines that I'll need to go to, and I'll know more once I get there.
She said
All right,
that
but for
after
now, you saved your life, Lilith. For all we know, you should have died fighting that dragon, and Razzle, because of his connections, is making it so you're still among the living. So let's all calm down, accept the fact, even with our different beliefs, that she has done something nice for us, especially you, Lilith. Now, the druid has
You're an
offered to
idiot,
let us.
but you did well.
Now, the druid has offered to let us spend the night in his place if you guys are comfortable with it before we head out. And I think we need to figure out how we're exactly going to handle that whole necromancer and the.
Yes, for some reason I feel weaker than I did when I fought the dragon.
Also, quick clarification, Razzle. The city is not underneath the mines. It's a different city, a different place.
Oh, okay. Then I will retcon what I said to that.
Better retcon, changing his words to fit what he said.
Indeed. So, yes. All right, then.
And one last small thing. As we're walking, does he at all look even slightly injured from being beat up by Moon and his rage?
It's educational damage.
Alright, I'm going to gently lick the wounds to be nice.
Oh, by the way, I can breathe fire now. Want to see
Oh,
it?
cool. Yeah?
I imagine I took a short rest while I was sleeping.
I don't know. I don't know if you call that a short rest.
That's good. True enough.
That was working hours.
I'm gonna say that was a short stress, not a short rest.
Yeah. I mean, if it
No,
was,
it may have taken a bit for him to fall asleep and stuff. That could have been a short rest, but especially by the time he finally woke up, it could have been enough time to be a short rest.
I'm pretty sure Moon prevented it from being a short.
But yeah, so you arrive at the druid's abode. Welcome.
Oh, on the way, I'm going to kind of explain some of what I got out of it. A.k.a. that there was another person, like a pony, who was originally with him, who seemed to control the undead. But since we did not see him, we might want to figure out what happened to that person. And honestly, the orc seemed like the more dangerous opponent, at least in my opinion, from what he said.
Yeah. He said that as far as he's seen, the necromancer seems to be focused just on that one place. He doesn't seem to be the destructive other thing. That there was a pony who had various paint and markings akin to bone, identifying them also as a necromancer. So
exactly. So honestly, I feel the orcs are probably the bigger threat than the necromancer. At least if that's what the druid said was true.
But again, there is the question of what happened to the pony then.
Yeah, that might be something we'll have to find out later.
Yeah, well, we're passing the necromancer anyway, so we can ask and.
So yes, Moon, I know you don't trust the necromancer, but honestly, he feels like the one we should be more willing to negotiate and deal with than the orcs. Look, I understand. I, in my time as both a scholar and a cleric, have studied several different religions in this land, but all the very different gods and goddesses. Even some of the some of those humanoid ones. But honestly, there are far worse beings to be indebted to than, say, the Nightmare. I know she has a very different viewpoint of your own personal goddess, but there are far worse people to be in league with. And right now we have not one, but two people who are going to kind of possibly have to deal with her.
Also, I love the fact that it's completely ignoring the fact that she followed Kara to begin with.
That actually might be more acceptable to Moon. That
Yeah, I know. I just
God has forcibly changed.
honestly, I think Moon would be more okay with Kara than the. Oh God, both of them are pretty
Yeah.
bad though, because like Kara is the one behind basically the sealing away of the Moon Princess's daughter.
Yeah.
So there's bad blood there too.
Is Lashtada still in prison?
Honestly, though, at an in-character level, I don't know if we've ever asked if Lilith has any beliefs. So
Yeah.
we may not know that. Like,
As far
I
as
don't
I'm
know,
aware,
maybe Lilith and Moon have had a conversation about their now ex-following, but other than that, I don't
I'd assume there's been a conversation with those two since they're apparently, together.
So, Lilith, what do you want for your Brandon present?
but yeah, so
Is my question just going to be ignored?
I'm waiting for an opportunity to speak. Okay, I don't like trying to speak over other people. Anyways, it's basically a Schrodinger's deity at this point. Until a point that it has to be answered one way or the other, it is not answered.
Like, since I am a cleric, I assume my deity is pretty obvious that I brought it up once or twice, but
Yeah. Mind you, none of us know what it is, but
Yeah, but we assume you have like holy symbols and such. You're like,
I am an arcane cleric, which is kind of weird.
you're just the NASCAR of here. Like you have all these brands and such, like of deities.
Like, I don't even know, like, is there an official symbol for, like, the, what's her name?
for which one?
Sheila.
Oh,
that's
the
my
author. You know what? I have Luminance's guide here, so I can pull that up.
Because I assume that's, like, whose symbol I, like, grasp whenever I use my divine challenge and stuff.
Yeah, that's what your holy symbol is.
Yeah, effectively, yeah.
I believe it's a symbol of a book or something along those lines. See,
That makes sense. He is the author.
An open toned with brands of destiny displayed.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that's what.
To make up for the fact that I'm not a pony unless I don't have a brand of destiny. I just have a talisman with her, with the open tone.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, it's normally fairly rare for a pony to have a brand to a deity. That's something notable normally. The fact that, like with the Vol ponies not actually having the same kind of destiny due to their mixed heritage, is the only reason why that this brand probably would have appeared on its own. Had it been a normal one, it probably would have been overlaid on their brand.
Yeah. Literally, since she died and now she technically owes her life, is the reason why Lilith has kind of been fourth branded.
So yes.
Yeah, like Razzle still has his personal brand.
Yep. And there's no overlay on yours. You just have the symbol, which you probably can't get rid of even if you want to.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I assume we go back to the druid's place. If you guys have any other insight you want to bring up before we get back to the druid about what we should do next.
I actually wanted to ask the druid what the place the necromancer was going to's name was, because he wanted to know that. I think, right?
He wanted to know the name of the wizard's tower.
Yeah.
He does not know that.
Okay. Shoot, I thought I could get past that banshee question.
Sorry. It's older than I am. That's saying something. Probably why he wanted you to ask the banshee.
Yeah. I mean, I thought I was supposed to know the banshee only answered one question.
That's what the banshee said.
Well, yes, I know, but I wouldn't have agreed to take on multiple things if, like, I knew, like, oh,
Yeah, well,
anyway. Off to the inn, where 15 seconds later it'll go dark and then we'll arise with full health.
pretty much. You guys are taking a long rest, so
Yes.
nothing of
Doobie
note
doobie
helps through
doobie
the
doobie doo doo doo.
nothing of
There.
note happens during the night. In the morning, uh, roll. Radoth helps you kind of clear out some last bit of stragglers, and you guys find some more, a little bit more treasure.
Huzzah! Treasure!
Paste that into the chat.
Nice.
All right, so breaking that calculation out for our goal.
Yep. And guys are now in fast travel mode. Waiter, I have to adjust the map because it doesn't focus on the right spot.
Thank you.
Okay, we wanted to go to Thunder Tree, right?
You are in Thunder Tree.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I just never bothered moving your token.
Don't I need to make the other checks for the dragon?
Sure. Quick roll those.
If you need Razzle's help, he would probably still help.
Yeah.
Would you accept his help?
If only because this is for Lilith, yes.
Okay.
I can sense the friendship here.
Yeah.
Can you feel the friendship tonight?
Can you feel the friendship tonight?
Yeah, it doesn't really work, but yes, you succeed all times.
Yay.
No, that's the joke. Is it doesn't work.
Question is what to do with the extra bit of dragon hide.
You think you might be able to have enough to make like a shield?
Oh yeah, do that.
Of course, dragon hide is tricky to work with, so.
Yeah, I'll have the shield made second in case they need the extra leather for the armor. Like they mess up a bit of the armor, then they have.
Mm-hmm. So where are you guys going?
I think to the big X.
Well, you have because if Moon wants to make dragon scale armor, Netherwinter would probably be the best place to try to find something. You have some quests you need to turn in Phandelver, including probably trying to find your way to Wave Echo Cave.
Okay, so are we just gonna do a big circle?
You also have the orcs over here and as well as the necromancer over here at Old Owl Well.
Yeah, but as I said, we're still, I think, as a party kind of debating on if those people are worth fighting just yet. It's probably smart to go back to town to use some of our new gold, especially since we really haven't had a shopping phase yet.
Okay.
Okay, we can head to Neverwinter and shop.
Well, yeah, I need to see it at a meta level if like there is a good shop place we can go to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is one of these biggest towns in all of it's one of the bigger towns out there. You know, it's maybe of like Waterdeep.
All right, so it's more likely we can find some good quality items to spend some of our gold on.
Yeah. If you want to do a shopping episode.
Shopping!
Makeover, make.
Hey, I wouldn't complain on shopping.
Okay, right. Are we splitting up the money equally, or what are we doing?
I was
I
thinking
think so.
Yeah.
We are a team.
120.
And this is fair play to everyone on the team. I assume we're splitting the money 50, or 25, 25, 25, 25. With maybe bonus, with maybe any remainders going to certain people, but
AKA Lilith steals all remainders.
whoa. Who said she gets to take the remainders?
Who said she's
She's
asking?
the thief.
Because there's 90.
Thief. She's
Because
gonna get the remainders, whether you say yes or not.
Because there's 90 gold that doesn't split evenly 4 ways, so she probably slips like 2 of them. So that way, then look, everyone magically gets 22 gold.
No. We need the reward.
So
So the 175 is in copper.
She nearly died. I feel like technically, if anyone gets the bonus gold, it's the person who saved her life.
The thing is, she's not like borrowing it; she's just stealing it because she's a thief.
That, and if I recall correctly, it was Razzle's fault that the dragon attacked to begin with.
Yup.
So really, we don't owe Razzle one for saving her when it's his fault the dragon attacked in the first place.
Last I remember, wasn't it like Moon who boffed their roller? Wait, no, Moon was separate. Let's see, where is those stealth rolls? I can probably say it was probably bad on everyone's part of the stealth.
Yeah.
I was the only one who was good on stealth, which is why I had been by myself.
Mhm.
I had
Yep.
already established that I wasn't doing a group stealth thing.
Right, yeah, because I think Bolt had the highest stealth, even with disadvantage on due to art. Wait, you didn't have disadvantage. Never mind. Yeah.
No, I don't. Remember, that's partly why I haven't upgraded my armor, is because it doesn't give me disadvantage.
Yeah.
I only wear chain.
Right, where think? Oh.
Let's see, where did my calculator go so I can calculate?
I mean,
stuff.
we could split up if we wanted to have part of the party go to Neverwinter, the other party to go to Phandelver, but that does seem slightly risky.
Yeah, I was gonna say, probably best not to split the party.
Are you
I think we
sure?
could all go shopping together.
So what's the plan then?
Oh, sorry, I'm also just calculating my gold, which I accidentally put the amount of copper in my gold. So I was like, oh, that's wrong.
Well, unless anyone says otherwise, we're going to Neverwinter.
Yeah, I
No,
think
that's
that's
fine
the
with me. We're still trying to
consensus.
figure out if we want to take on the orcs or the necromancer. And honestly, we could probably should probably use up some of this money we've been earning the last 5 levels on some stuff that might make us back to do better.
4 levels.
Say level 5? What? I know we're at level 3 for a long time, but
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yes, we were level 3 for quite some.
Yeah, we only just got to 4.
All right.
yeah. Wait, I'll be right back. My hands are greasy.
Okay. Thanks for sharing. Oh yeah. So you guys, like most of the stuff, we could just say retroactively you're spending money on some stuff, but we're not gonna really do much of the role playing besides going for trying to get that armor made for Moon for
Yeah.
Lilith.
Yeah, so let's do that as a roleplay thing first of all, because of course getting some dragon hide gear, especially for Lilith, but if we can make stuff for everybody, that would be cool.
Okay, that's a
No,
very.
and I don't.
I mean, it's a green well playing. It was pretty big. I assume with your rolls, you probably got good enough for at least some minor things for people.
Yeah. Let's see. 1 second.
Oh!
Okay.
Like, I would totally take at least like one of the teeth or claw nails and see if I could maybe make a small thing out of it.
Make me a necklace.
Yes.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match.
Yeah,
Match.
right.
I have a match. I need a necklace.
Well, wait. Could we make like a cape or cloak out of like the dragon wings?
Yeah, I know. There's plenty of things besides the hide itself. I assume you pulled off the dragon.
Yeah.
And,
All right,
and
if you're
with
trying
its
to pull off-
size, I assume we could split up enough of the materials among our possessions, so not one person was like super overlaid with all of it.
Right, if you want to try to salvage the wings, give me another check.
Okay.
At the very least, I'd probably take like a tooth or
Alright.
something. Just to keep it here.
Yeah.
You are so lucky that Razzle is proficient in survival.
Yeah.
Because I think out of all of these, you probably would have succeeded one had you not.
Yeah. But would it be
No,
fun?
I
Do I
would've-
even have to do a roll just to
No,
take
I
one
would have.
tooth
I
as
would
a
have succeeded at
kind of a
least.
trophy?
I would have succeeded at least twice, and I do still have inspiration. So,
So would it be okay as a role play thing if I just took one of the teeth as a kind of a trophy for
That's
killing
fine.
it?
That's fine.
All right.
So yes.
okay.
And I never said what the DC was. So you don't know.
Yeah. Well. Okay. But if a 19 succeeded, then I assume an 18 probably would.
Yes, that's the one I said that you would have gotten a success on. Because otherwise you would have had a 13, 18, 15, 8.
Yeah, which would have been terrible.
No, the 8 was for the wing though.
Yes, what I was saying was all the, after your initial one earlier on, all these would have been
Okay.
failed without Razzle. Or all but one.
There's no way for us to know that. I'm
Like-
still the one doing the main amount of work.
I imagine you think you're doing it, but you just keep glaring at Razzle while Razzle just kind of just keeps going. Just doesn't even notice. He just keeps actually doing the work.
Sure. Is it one check per wing, or was that good for both of them?
That was I'm not gonna micro.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Is there enough material for like 2 cloaks, one from each wing? Would you say, or?
Just remember, this is not going to be a free thing here. Even
Yeah,
if you're
I have to still go and pay for all this.
Yeah, I'm just asking roughly how much material do you think we got?
a lot, honestly, all things considered. I mean,
It's a freaking well playing. It's not like it was super small. It literally was at least a 2x2, so I assume it would be easy to salvage up enough for
yeah, it's
one or two good quality items.
it's the size of a horse, like
Yeah,
an actual horse, not a pony.
Say you're saying what about one? Okay.
Oh, are you saying she's a big girl?
She can take care of herself,
In all
so
the
yes.
right places.
Have you seen that flank?
Razzle's like, I don't want to think about this. I don't want to think about this.
Too late. The nightmare ships you.
Dude, she got the booty. She do.
Oh, booty!
I'm sorry.
It's all your fault.
We're awful.
I think I'm gonna get hit next time we hang out.
He might. You might. It's Wednesday, so I might be nice to you.
I love our group's dynamic that we're basically a love quadradecahedron. Everybody loves everybody in this group, one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, and even if we decide to pool money, we might even be able to try having someone look around for a magic item or two.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was considering.
Yeah. Well,
Like
Because
just
I
leave
think
it up,
that's
leave it
better.
up to leave it up to chance for what we find and whoever
And
it's.
then depending on what we find is who ends up purchasing it.
Yeah, we could do that. Sure. That way we don't have to look at the shops and such and like.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, though, I'm going to give. I want to role play out you guys finding a smith. All right. So talking through town, you kind of get directed all to the same place. There's only one person in town who might be skilled enough to make light dragon hide armor. Because most of the time, dragon mail is like scale mail level stuff. So
yeah.
So you find it. It's actually not. It's actually not a blacksmith. It's a tailor.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, hide is more cloth than metal.
Leather would make the most sense, probably.
Yeah, well, but it's definitely a tailor. You arrive in front of the store and it just simply says Monarch's Tailor.
Oh, that's useful.
Oh, if that doesn't sound inspiring of their competence, I'm not sure what would. Let's go ahead and go on in. Or knock
Yeah,
if,
Monarchs are...
I'm like, Razzle's the knocker, so.
Even though he's male. Ow, that hurt my ears.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry. That was...
Anyways, so yes, yeah. The door just is clearly open. You just push in and you hear the little ding-a-ling. But there's no bell.
Yay!
You see there is an actual physical bell. The door is probably magicked to do such a noise. And
Ooh, Razzle's gonna close the door and open it again.
I'm gonna give him a gentle, like, cat palm to his head. Go, no!
The sad thing is, I'd like to think that Lilith or Moon probably would have done the same thing.
Inside, you see a elderly-looking elf. Which,
Oh, wow.
that's saying something.
Yeah, like, this guy must be ancient if he looks old.
How can I help you today?
Hello. We have managed to slay an evil green dragon, and we were told that perhaps you might be able to craft some of its hide and wings into suitable armor to help protect us against acids and just general protective wear.
I might grab it. He kind of squints in and pulls out his glasses. He's like, "No, you're." Hey, can I get an insight check here? From Moon and Lilith only.
Okay.
Lilith, you have advantage on this.
Yep.
Booyah!
Wow.
See, it was because Razzle wasn't allowed to roll.
I would say that's like what, my third or fourth 19?
Let me find insight a second.
Yep. It's alphabetical.
There's insight. I found it.
Yay! Roll well.
Huzzah!
All right, yeah, you both roll well enough for this. Like, when he puts on the glasses and actually looks at you properly, you see a silhouette that doesn't quite seem to line up with him. And that is all. Oh, I'm sorry, you're some sort of fox horse?
Volpony, yes.
They were dogs before, but
simultaneous smack to the back of the head from Moon and Wolf at the same time, I imagine.
Now, what are you talking about? I don't know why you think they used to be dogs.
I mean, okay, maybe you got off to a bad start with Lilith, but she was not a bitch.
Thank you.
Oh, the Zingo.
Actually, Lilith was the only one I actually liked.
What? You didn't like me?
Oh. Yeah.
You grew on me.
The elderly man is just, there's this slight smile to him, like he finds this also entertaining. Now you said
We've
it.
had a long day. We killed the dragon.
He's about
Yesterday.
to talk.
Yesterday. Anyways, so you said something about a dragon suit? Or some scale?
Yeah, hopefully something along the lines of leather or like reinforced. Here, let me show you some of the better. And then he brings out all of the leather from among their bags and whatnot, trying to show.
Yeah, he pulls out a little, look like a spectacle glass thing. Something you would more imagine seeing, like, with a jeweler or something than a tailor would have.
Looking at the scale quality and whatnot.
Yeah, so it's like, you're lucky. This wouldn't have worked. This kind of work wouldn't be possible if the dragon was much older. You need kind of like the veal of dragons for this, where the skin is strong yet supple. God, that feels weird to say that.
I was not going to say anything, but
but since you mentioned it,
yeah, he actually pauses for a moment after he says that. Like, looks like he's about to say something that and just shakes his head. He continues looking over it.
okay, I can't help, but I'm going to roll a perform to do his accent and.
Okay, sure, go ahead.
Well,
what do you say anyways? You're trying.
Like the nice firm buttocks.
Okay, I'm going to roll a die.
Gosh darn it, you guys.
That wasn't me, it was Ratzel.
Okay, yeah, he totally drops his illusion. That's that and rolls on the floor laughing. And you see a foxy humanoid actually with multiple tails. It's like
Come on, learn some manners, man.
oh. Guys,
Did you see either of us say anything? No.
Say anything about what? Oh, hey, that old guy's not an old guy.
He's what?
I think Bolt's the only one genuinely surprised by this turn of events. Like, Razzle probably doesn't care enough.
You'd be exactly right.
Half of my replies are just to make the Kitsune laugh even harder, because screw it. We've already ruined him, may as well make it feel worth it to him, I had no chance of keeping my disguise up, so I don't have to feel bad about it.
Oh, you lot are a riot. So, well, now we're done. Now we're done with pretenses. Let's get down to actual business, shall we? And before you ask, no, the reason I do that is because most people expect to see someone wise into the position. Also, avoid the Emperor's tavern. They're mostly nude there. My fault, really.
I was gonna say. Because something Emperor's clothes.
Yeah, Moon loses it once he gets the reference.
Which, okay, I'm above board, out of character here. He was totally gonna try to pull that on you if you hadn't like caused him to drop the disguise.
I'd like to think Lilith and Moon wouldn't have fallen for it, but
I mean, Razzle would not say a thing.
Oh,
I like this guy. What's his name?
what? I
Did
have
you
no.
not name him?
I wasn't expecting you guys to go shopping. Honestly, this is all off the top of my head here.
Well, give him a name off the top of your head.
This is Steve.
No, no Steve names. We've gone over this.
Yes, my mind slave.
Well, he's an elf.
No, he's
So?
not. He's a kitsune. He was just disguised as an elf.
Okay, all right, true.
Oh. You know what? I'm gonna do this just because I know the reaction it's gonna get out of Leah.
Foxy boxes.
Call me Kurama.
Wait, what?
Roma.
Wait, correct. You best.
Two for
This
the price
makes
of
me
one.
so happy, and I can't stop laughing. I am looking at my Corella statue right now.
So he's got
Literally.
9 then, I take it.
He's got what?
Literally, I am looking at a Corella figure at this moment.
I couldn't hear you.
I said I assume he has 9 then.
No, he's 3.
Faker!
He's a fake Kurama. Kurama is a 9-tailed fox, you dummy.
Well, just say the name. It's a name.
Is his hair red? Or is it silver?
Well, is basically he's a red fox.
Good. Okay, that is good.
I don't know why you're making these references.
It was white hair when he was disguised as the old elf, but that was a disguise.
Does he have a rose?
Not that you've seen, but you haven't exactly strip
That
searched
is
him.
not acceptable. He needs a rose.
God damn it, Yash.
For any viewers who might be ignorant at home, the reference we are making is Naruto.
No. The reference I'm making is Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh!
Yeah, God!
It's the same name. It's the same name, but the reference I'm making is Yu Yu. That's the figure that I'm literally staring at right now is Yu Yu.
I
That's
actually
why I said
thought you were making
Rose.
a joke there, because it was like,
Yeah, that's why she said Rose. Yeah, I got the reference. God, it's been forever since I watched that.
I'm
Anyway.
guessing that's why he named it Kurama was more for that Kurama. Because that's
Yeah,
I
yeah,
am obsessed with Yu Yu Hakusho Kurama.
yeah. That's why I said just
I'm
for.
really into Naruto, but that's not the character I'm
Okay.
obsessed with.
I only know passing Yu, so that's why that wasn't my first thought. My apologies.
Okay.
Yes. If you wanted a Naruto reference to get me to react, and you wanted a character I'm obsessed with, name him Sasuke.
Yeah, there's way too much baggage for me to even attempt that one.
Anyway,
Anyway.
Baggage.
hopefully we'll manage to get a discount because we've managed to impress him or something.
No. You have been quite entertaining to me. I can work on this for you. Gratis. But I have some. Well, frankly, I'm getting bored of life here, so before you leave the area, come by and I'll provide it with you. And maybe I'll follow you around for a bit. See the world. Get more people to dress nude without realizing it.
Wow.
sure, we can
Maybe
use more
we'll even
laughs.
model for you.
it's like people, they're fooled by it, but everyone else is kind of in on it, so I kind of need a fresh crowd. And it's not always safe to travel alone, so I'm gonna try some experimental things with it. Who knows what it may or may not do, or what may even happen. I can't be sure. Could do nothing. It could make you catch on fire. It could poison you. It could poison you twice.
I'm immune.
What
I'm
is a
resistant to
green
2 of those,
dragon?
so
So, we'll see what happens. Fair enough. Just leave. I'll claim any scrap and extra as an extra, whatever difference between your services and what I was required. Sound fair?
yeah, that sounds good.
Very well, very well. Now, if you excuse me, he just he pulls there's a little plant on his He pulls off a leaf, and then suddenly there's the old elf that's sitting there again. Thank you for your business today, good sirs and ma'ams. I hope you come here soon. We have a special on our. We'll have a special on our new Emperor's line of clothing.
Oh, you are quite welcome, my friend.
He winks at you and is like, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me."
Fool me 3 times and you're asking for it, buddy.
Fool me 3 times and I'm chopping off a tail.
Whoa! Whoa!
Out of character, he was not referring to you. He was referring to himself with that last one.
Okay, I was like, well, as long as you don't go too far, I don't think that's a problem.
So yes, you have left your dragonhide thing, or you will be developing some sort of snazzy outfit.
Yeah.
I think we agreed we were just going to all do a search and see who got the best results for an item.
We can do that
No,
post game.
we have to pool money because it would take like 2 of us with all our money put together to look out for 1 item. So it would take all 4 of our money to get 2 or maybe 3 items.
Okay.
So that's what I
good
got.
amount, depending on how much.
But yeah,
By the way, we calculate exactly how much per person we have from the last amount.
175 copper, 40 silver pieces, and 22 gold pieces.
well, anyway.
Okay, I'm typing it out in chat so I remember. That's correct?
The second C should be an S.
Yes, that's what I meant to say.
And it's 175, not 179.
Oh. Yeah. Thank you for fixing that.
Yeah. So let's see. Is it? I shouldn't say it like this. Is it safe to assume that we can go somewhere like a bank of sorts to get, silver for copper and gold for silver? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and up sheets then, so that way it's more.
I also have the feature city secrets because I'm an urchin, so I know all the shortcuts and such.
Well, what I was trying to say is we'll worry about the actual buying and selling off camera.
Yeah.
Because it's not terribly interesting for other people to watch.
That's true. So we'll just flavor text that later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we start up next week, we'll just kind of have a quick blurb about.
Suddenly, one of us has Excalibur.
You look closely at it; it's actually misspelled. It's Excalibur.
Oh well.
Damn you Chinese knockoffs!
Remember, I kind of have a similar thing for being an urban bounty hunter.
Oh yes, that's true.
Wait, I forget you're a bounty hunter.
I remember that's the backstory I have.
I completely forgot about that. It hasn't come up.
That's
Yeah, I
why.
know, it's weird.
That's why. That's why she wanted the dragon tooth. What kind of bounty hunter would she be if
And
she didn't?
a reminder that for the gold there was 2 extra with that
Yeah.
because it was. So should I roll a sleight of hand?
Nah.
Whoa.
Actually,
I think we're gonna have to do a roll off for this.
nope. You're better
Okay.
off not rolling. Roll your sleight of hand.
Let me find it.
Volt catches you.
Hmm?
Volt catches you.
Oh, that.
Pretty sure most of us would catch you after all.
Mm-hmm. Damn it! Sometimes I suck at my job.
So yes. Anyway, so on to Phandelver.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? Since what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna. I think this is actually a good point to stop because it's a logical breaking point, and we can kind
Yeah.
of deal the shopping off the air here. So,
Yeah,
Alright,
we can do the shopping off the air.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
all right. So, to those watching at home in the past, present, and future, I bid you a good night, and remember, please have your dragon spayed and neutered.